Many times in the past, I have visited with you on the Cow-Calf Corner about the value of nighttime feeding before the calving season and during the calving season in order to encourage more cows and replacement heifers to calve during daylight hours when we're more likely to be there to provide assistance if necessary. Let's talk a little more today about how we might accomplish that feat. First of all, consider which cows in the herd really do need this practice. It's those first calf heifers. So the bred replacement heifers that we're feeding here in late winter going into the spring towards calving season are the ones that we want to make sure that we're feeding during the late afternoon, evening hours. Certainly if we have a small herd, we want to do it to the entire herd. But many ranches, of course, have enough cows that they have to feed all during the day. So let's plan it so that we're feeding especially those replacement heifers later in the day. Some of the ranchers that we visited through the years have given us some ideas about how they accomplish this. One of the methods that I think makes a lot of sense, especially for the small herds, is if we have the hay actually in a confined area, in a trap or in a pen, in one of the lots around the barn, where we can shut the cattle away from that hay for part of the day and then go and open the gate, say at supper time or in the early evening hours, let the cattle consume the hay during the course of the night, and then over the daytime hours, move them away, shut the gate behind them, so that every day then we can open that gate during the nighttime hours. In some cases, we're putting out the big round bales to where they have access to them 24 hours a day. In that situation, I think it's still helpful if we put out our supplement in the late afternoon, early evening hours. That's one of the changes that we made here at Oklahoma State University a number of years ago, and found that we changed the percentage of cows calving during the daylight hours from a 50-50 ratio nighttime, daytime, to over 70% of them coming between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. So let's keep this in mind, that this nighttime feeding thing does have some value and can certainly help us change the percentage of cows that calve during daylight hours when we're more likely to provide assistance. I think if we'll incorporate that this year, it'll help us save just a few more calves. And we look forward to visiting with you again next week on Sunup's Cow-Calf Corner.